Praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. This lesson is going to be entitled, Donald Trump fits all the characteristics of the king of Babylon. He embodies, the spirit that is written of Babylon. All right. And this is not a coincidence. I believe that, there's a reason why he fits these characteristic traits. All right. So first and foremost, I'm going to go to the book of Daniel, the 7th chapter and the 20th verse. It says, and of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell, even of that horn that had eyes. Now the one of whom 3 fell, that represents America. And the 3 that fell by America would be Britain, Spain, and France. Okay, they all were defeated, and what was created through Britain ultimately was the American colonies. All right, and it says, even of that horn that had eyes and a mouth that spake very great things. Now, when you listen to what Trump says, he speaks very great things. Okay, he says things that's completely far out. Recently he said he's just going to take over the Gaza Strip. Don't bother going there anymore. U.S. is going to own it. That's a great thing. And the Arab countries are not happy with that. Okay. He said he's going to ship particular, people, illegal aliens to Guantanamo Bay. Those are great things, and many other things, many other executive orders and statements that he made are great things. Right? Setting up this AI infrastructure. That's a great thing. Okay? And make no mistake about it. That's all being prepped for the MOTB. Okay? That's all being prepped for the mark. It says, and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows. First of all, let's look up this word great. And then we're going to look up the word, I think it should be megos or megas or something like that. Oh, no, actually, no, this is in the Hebrew, so it's something totally different. Salakia. That would have been in the Greek, I believe. So when you see great things, it says Rob, and it says great of power. Yeah, he's speaking with power. Okay, he's not speaking how Biden was speaking. He's speaking with power and authority. This is Captain Chief. Okay. It says domineering. Yes, he's very domineering. Right? You see? So, you get the point on that. Rob is the Hebrew word for that. Now, when you go to stout, you have Rob. It says when you go to the word stout, it says Rob. Oh, so see, so it goes into great, but Rob is like extra great. You know what I mean? And then you see great Captain Chief. Right? So what does the name Donald mean? We looked it up before, right? It actually means ruler. Right? Or chief or captain. That's what the word Donald means. It means ruler, chief, or captain. Okay? So he's coming in that spirit. He's coming in that spirit. And don't forget, Isaiah 19 says the Lord will put a cruel lord over you. Lord, ruler, same thing, man. Similar. Okay? Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. This is Isaiah 19 in verse, well, you know what? I'll start at verse start at verse 1. It says, the burden of Egypt, behold, Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud and shall come into Egypt. Right? Now, this is not dealing with ancient Egypt. This is Isaiah speaking. We were already delivered from ancient Egypt. And the Lord never came into us as in a swift cloud into ancient Egypt again. Right? That is written about or that is known about. No, this is going to be known. The Lord is going to deliver the elect out of the new Egypt, which is America, through a chariot. Okay? But he's going to send his son to do it. Yahweh Shai. Okay? Who's going to come in his name. And it says, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Right? Now this is dealing with the Americans. I will set the Americans against the Americans. Right? And they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And notice they have this blue state, red state thing going on, which is dividing the cities. Okay, that's all in the spirit to set up for these civil wars. Because there's going to be multiple people fighting multiple types of people. It's going to be race wars, civil wars, class wars, so on and so forth, man. It's going to be all out 100% chaos. Okay, and it's all being set up in the spirit. It says, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. I'm so sorry, Salakia, Akim, Salakia. That was a very important phone call I had to take. Salakia for that. I really wish I didn't have to. I actually was going to stop the call, but I answered it by accident. But, it's all through the spirit because it was an important phone call. So let's get back, Salakia, right, going into this. I'm going to read again from Isaiah, Isaiah 19:2. It says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor. Right? His city against city, and kingdom against kingdom, right? Because there is going to be race wars and things like that as well. But Edomites are going to be fighting against other Edomites too. Okay? There's going to be, you know what I'm saying? There's going to be different people fighting against their own people as well. That's why it says neighbor. Neighbor means brother. It doesn't mean someone that lives right next to you. Okay? Because usually you go back to the ancient world, the ones that lived next to you were people of your nation. Right? There's only in these melting pots that it's not so. Okay, it says kingdom against kingdom, and there's going to be actual world wars. Okay, actual world war, not world wars, world war. Okay, world meaning World War III. Okay, it says, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. Let's look up the word fail. Let's look up the word fail. Okay, you brothers can let me know anytime that the the screen goes black or anything wrong with the sound. Brothers can let me know. Fail. Okay, let's go here. It says bakwak, and it says to empty, to empty, to lay waste, to make void, to be empty, to empty out, to devastate. So when the spirit is made empty, that means what? They lose hope. People are going to lose hope in Babylon the Great. Especially when these Edomites, these right-wing Edomites, find out that Trump is not for them, but he's for the elites like everyone else. They're going to lose it. They will lose it. They will be very unhinged, and they're going to do what they have to do. Okay? These devils are going to show their horns, man. Okay? Best believe, because he's the last hope. He's the last white hope, the last Edomite hope for these devils. Okay? Shalom. Right? So it said, yeah, so he's the last Edomite hope. So he's going to go crazy. I mean, they're going to go crazy when they find out that it's clear that he's not for their interest. Okay, but for the interest of the international bankers. It says, and the waters shall fail from the sea, and the river shall be dried, shall be wasted and dried up. Oh, Salakia. I missed a very important part. Verse 4. It says, and the Egyptians will I give into the no, I didn't even finish 3. Salakia. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits. Okay? And to the wizards. So you're going to have a lot of these Christians going to go seek witchcraft to get answers, because Jesus ain't going to give you no answers. Jesus, the white Jesus that you pray to, or the cheese, even if you think he's black, the name Jesus, there's no power in that. The Lord does not respond to that. He responds to his true name, right? Which is Yahweh Shai. And you have to be one of his. You have to be doing his will and his work. Okay? If you're coming up against his men, he's not going to listen to you. Okay? So they're going to a lot of them are going to resort to witchcraft. And a lot of them are resorting to witchcraft now. Okay? The familiar spirits and things of that nature. Right? Because the left hand powers, they work too. Right? It proved that in Egypt when, Moses dropped down the staff and it became a serpent through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. The sorcerers did it as well, and theirs became snakes, serpents. But guess what? The serpent of Moses ate up the serpents of the Egyptian sorcerers, because the right hand is stronger than the left hand. But there is power in the left hand. People can do things. They can put hexes on people. They can make people sick through these things. Put people, they can do that through these powers. Okay? But the right hand is a lot stronger. Okay? It says, so that was the point, right? And then it says, and the Egyptians will I give into the hand of a cruel Lord. Remember, we said his name means ruler, right? Lord and ruler is interchangeable. Okay? So he'll give you into the hands of a cruel Lord or a cruel ruler, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord, Yahweh of hosts. Let's look up this word cruel, and let's look up this word fierce. Yeah, we're gonna go into words in this particular lesson, man. All right, to drive the point home. This word cruel is quasha. Quasha, it says hard, cruel, severe, obstinate, right? Hard, difficult, severe, fierce, intense. This is sort of similar to austere, right? Vehement. Yeah, well, Trump is all of these things. He's vehement, he's difficult, he's cruel, he's severe. Okay, well, the fact that he's going to send them to Guantanamo Bay shows you, right? And I believe it was in his rule that he had those kids, those migrants in cages, man, the children in cages and things of that nature, man. So when he said, "Oh, I love blacks and Latinos and all this," it's all an act, man. He hates you, just like the rest of these Edomites. It says stubborn, stiff-necked, yeah, and he won't listen to reason. And this is why it makes sense for him to be the one to get these nations to hate Babylon, right? To go ahead and press that button and destroy Babylon. Because of he's so stiff-necked. Rigorous. You understand? Grievous, hard, heavy, obstinate. Right? So you get the point. And you should be able to see the picture that is being painted, man. Ultimately by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It says eyes or Isaiah. It says strong, mighty, fierce. And he has that fierce, strong countenance about him, because when he comes to shake someone's hand, he's pulling them in. It doesn't matter how big they are, he's pulling them in. And he'll show that dominance. He's looking at them in a particular way, like I run this. I don't know if you remember when Trump pushed that guy out of the way, that guy who was walking in front of him. Man, I don't remember what country he was from. Let me see if I can find it. Trump pushes, I don't know who it was, man. Pushes to front. You think it's this guy? I don't know who this guy. Shoves fellow leader. Yeah, I remember. You remember this? Watch this. Get the fuck out the way. You see that? You see that? You see how he just pushed him out the way? Get the fuck out the way. Look. See? You see that? That's showing forth power and strength. Okay, you didn't see Biden doing nothing like that. Kamala wouldn't be doing nothing like that. She's a woman. This guy's showing forth power and strength. Now look at his face. Look how stout his look is. Look how stout his look is. That's what we're saying. That's what I'm saying here. He fits all the characteristic and the charm of the king of Babylon. Are you brothers seeing the image? Are you brothers seeing the video? I hope you brothers can see the video and the image on the screen. Okay? So he fits that. It's all spiritual, man. It's all spiritual. Okay? So let's go to let's go. I'm going to show you something interesting too. Oh boy. It is what it is, man. At this point, they're messing with the live streams, blanking out my screen. At this point, it is what it is. You brothers can look it up. Look, Trump pushes man out of the way. Pushes fellow leader out of the way on YouTube, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? Trump pushes fellow leader out of the way. All right? So we'll go to something. I'm going to show you something interesting. It's YouTube. But is the screen fully black, or is it only YouTube you couldn't see? So anyways, let's go to this. Let's go to Jeremiah the 50th chapter, because this is not speaking. When you read Jeremiah 50 and 51, it's not speaking about ancient Babylon. Okay, because things that it is written about did not happen in ancient Babylon. This is speaking about the new Babylon, Babylon the Great. I'll start at verse 21, Jeremiah 50 and 21. It says, "Go up against the land of Merathaim, even against it, and against the inhabitants of Pekod, waste and utterly destroy after them. The places in Babylon were not wasted and utterly destroyed. It was just a transfer of power. They weren't destroyed. Okay, the land was not destroyed. Okay, it says, "Saith Yahweh, and do according." Oh, okay. The water for the update. The water, and do according to all that I have commanded thee. Right? It says, "A sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction." There was no great destruction that happened in ancient Babylon. The great destruction is going to happen in America. Okay, the new Babylon. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become the desolation among the nations? And the hammer represents what? Breaking something in pieces. Okay, Trump is coming like a hammer, putting these tariffs of 25%, threatening Canada with 25% so he can dissolve Canada and basically make it the 51st state. That's being a hammer. He's coming to destroy. Okay, saying he's going to take over the Gaza Strip. He's coming as a hammer. He's not coming as a soft individual. But listen to what it says in verse 24. It says, "I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon." So the Lord is putting these devils in a snare. They think they're in control, but Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai ruleth in the kingdom of men. Okay? "O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against Yahweh." You see? And Yahweh hath opened his armory, and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord, power of hosts, in the land of the Chaldeans. Come against her from the utmost border. Now this is dealing with the Russians. This is dealing with Russia. This is dealing with mainly starting with Russia, but then China and them are going to join him. And even EU members and NATO members are going to join in the destruction of Babylon. "Open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing be of her be left." And they're going to destroy her how? With fire. The weapons of the indignation of the Lord ultimately is those nuclear missiles. Okay. Let's go to Isaiah the 14th chapter. This is Isaiah 14. And we're going to go to verse 5. It says, "Yahweh hath broken the staff." Matter of fact, I'll start at verse 4. It says that thou shalt take up this parable against the king of Babylon, and say, "How hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased." And he's going to show you much oppression, right? Remember, I said this a year or so ago, that if Trump gets into office, he's going to show you what true tyranny is all about. Okay, lo and behold, the Heavenly Father put him back in office, and oppression is on its way. Okay, through the Spirit, oppression is on the way. It says, "Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked, and the scepter of the rulers." Right? He smote the people with wrath. He smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. It is not he coming in the spirit of wrath. I'm going to show you what the word wrath means to prove that he's coming in the spirit of wrath. "He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth." Let's look up this word wrath. Okay, the word wrath means is in the Hebrew Ibarah, which says outpouring, overflow, excess. All right. Now, when you deal with excess, right, is not sending them illegals to Guantanamo Bay. Is that not excess? Is that not pushing limits? Is that not taking things too far, so to speak? Yes, that's the spirit he's coming in. He's coming in the spirit of excess. All right. Arrogance, right? Overflowing, rage. All right. Let's go here. So that's the meaning of the word wrath. Okay. So when you go to Revelation 16, it tells you the Lord is going to take them out with wrath. He's going to take them out with excess, and that's why there's going to be millions of missiles shot on millions of warheads that's going to hit Babylon the Great, and it's going to utterly, completely level it from California all the way to New York. This is Revelation 16 and 19, and it reads, I'm talking about, okay, yeah, Revelation. That's why is it in Isaiah? So like it. This is Revelation 16 and verse 19, and it reads, "And the great city was divided into 3 parts, and the city of the nations fell, and the great Babylon came in remembrance before the Most High, to give unto her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath." So he's going to give her wrath. He's going to give her excess. He's going to completely destroy. He's going to go over. He's going to do overkill on America. That's what the Heavenly Father is going to do. Point blank, period. All right. And that's all through the Spirit, because that's what they did. All right. So Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect. And Salakia for the screen, Akim. Salakia for that. But, the words is what's important. With that, I'll say Shalom.